The White House has just announced a new package of weaponry for Taiwan in an effort to bolster the island nation's defenses against a possible invasion from China. So what does the future hold for Taiwan? Elizabeth Palmer has our Sunday Journal.
Taiwan is a lush tropical island. Everyone agrees it produces some of the world's finest hand-picked tea and the world's most sophisticated microchips. It has deep cultural links to China. But is it part of China? That's where things get messy. China's President Xi Jinping insists that it is, and is threatening to impose Beijing's rule by force. China's military has held exercises around Taiwan that look a lot like rehearsals for an invasion. But millions of Taiwanese see their island as a nation already fully formed.
Do you think of Taiwan as a country?
Yeah, definitely.
This, call it serious difference of opinion, goes back a century to mainland China's civil war. In 1949, the communists won. Chiang Kai-shek's defeated nationalists fled across the sea to Taiwan. To this day, a memorial in the capital, Taipei, honors him, the man who set up a government in Taiwan to oppose communist China. 70 years on, a lively, open society has bloomed here. At one of Taipei's night markets, friends Tess Xu and Burton Lee give me a tour of busy food stalls catering to serious eaters.
So in your mind, there's no question Taiwan is already an independent country.
We have already independence. We have our military, we have our economy system, our kind of currency, our people, our policy.
And now we're going to have clarity.
Michael Cole is a Taipei political analyst for the Republican Institute.
For young Taiwanese, their only experience is living in a liberal democracy, a vibrant liberal democracy with a highly politicized civil society.
How liberal? Taiwan was the first country in Asia to legalize gay marriage. And consider Audrey Tang, digital minister and Asia's first transgender cabinet member.
I feel blessed that I do not face any discrimination whatsoever in Taiwan.
Tang is a software engineer and a celebrity whose mission is to protect Taiwan's internet from Chinese cyber attacks or an invasion.
Ensuring proper communication infrastructure, including the local resilience of the public cloud providers like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon in Taiwan, that is our highest priority.
Rush hour in Taipei. A torrent of commuters head for the city center, focused simply on getting to work. In spite of China's looming threat, life ticks along here. Taiwan is a cyclist stream, and the TSC Bike Club includes several expat Americans who do business in China. Benjamin Schwal.
Is there going to be a war?
I hope not. I don't have a crystal ball, but I don't think it's in anyone's interest to have a war. I think that prevailing heads will prevail and the tensions will subside.
If so, says Peter Kurtz, it's going to need some skillful diplomacy.
We need to make sure that we don't back them too deeply into a corner, that they have no choice in their minds to come out fighting. We need to think creatively about how Taiwan can position itself in a way as not to be too threatening to China.
We took a short flight from Taipei to an outlying island, Kinmen, where the last round of actual fighting ended in 1979.
These defensive spikes were put here on Kinmen Island to repel Chinese landing craft. There was a hot war between China and Taiwan in living memory, and this was the front line.
We can see the
Sen Baodong, a Kinmen politician, pointed out mainland China almost close enough to swim to.
A lot of people think that you're so close to China, you might as well be China.
Yes, the older people think that, he says, but we've had democracy since the country was founded. It's never been communist. Tending the garden in front of her house, Yu Fengwang is one of those older people.
Do you feel more Chinese or Taiwanese?
Instantly, she replies, Chinese. She may not care that joining China means totalitarian rule, but York Wu sure does. He showed me the loft of his B&B in a lovingly restored Chinese-style house. We respect China's culture, he says, but not its government.
I love freedom and I love the opportunity to express ourselves freely.
China's maneuvers this spring were an explicit threat. And so was this graphic released by the military of missiles raining down on the island. The message, resistance is futile.
If China were to act unilaterally, there would be a response.
President Biden has hinted that if China does invade, the U.S. will help. America is already selling weapons to Taiwan's military.
In spite of Taiwan increasing its defense budget and enforcing mandatory conscription, the fact is neither its Air Force, its Army, or its Navy is any match for China's military might.
If there is a war, we are going to be destroyed.
So better to avoid it, says retired Major General Richard Hu. Taiwan should just join China, but negotiate autonomy.
Beijing could just leave Taiwan alone. We could enjoy our freedom and also political system.
There is nothing about modern China under Xi Jinping that suggests that's possible. Nothing. This is a government and a party that wants complete control.
Well, we think there's still a hope.
It's a hope shared by the main Kuomintang political party, but not by Taiwanese young people who watched the Hong Kong movement for autonomy from China in 2019 get crushed by Beijing. They are now praying Taiwan's democratic dream doesn't die the same way.